Wonder Woman may be a member of the Justice League and one of the most popular superheroes of all time, but I still feel like she doesn't get a lot of recognition when it comes to her villain roster. Wonder Woman, like Batman and Superman, has her own extensive rogues gallery, and like her colleagues, she has also been around for a long time, and over time has built up a long list of enemies, some which remain forgotten, even unrecognizable by most fans today. So today we're going to invest some time to look back at all those villains Wonder Woman has tangled with over the years, especially those that remain lesser known, as we count down the top 10 Wonder Woman villains you've never heard of. Welcome back, Nerd Squad, to another top 10 list. I'm so excited to be talking about Wonder Woman with you all today, as it means we get to go back in time to Wonder Woman Volume 1. Yes, back to the 1942 series, which is just such an iconic series and is so much fun. As always, be sure to stick around to the end of this list where I will have some bonus content coming your way as well. Alright, let's get counting. Number 10, Mavis. Yep, just Mavis. Mavis was the villain in the third and final story featured in Wonder Woman issue 4 from the original run of the series. In issue 4, she was the former slave of the then reformed Paula von Gunther. Once freed, however, Mavis did not want to be reformed on Reform Island like the other girls. No, I'm not kidding. Reform Island is a smaller island that is part of Themyscira, later referred to as Transformation Island. Instead, Mavis plotted to get revenge on her former mistress. She kidnapped Paula's daughter Greta and attempted to persuade Paula to once again join the German World War II forces, resuming her villainous work. Fortunately, Wonder Woman rescues Gerda, apprehends Mavis, and saves the day. Number 9. DECAY. DECAY was a nemesis created for Wonder Woman by Phobos, Ares' son. While Wonder Woman attempted to foil Ares' schemes, Phobos saw the opportunity to win his father's favor by destroying Diana. He ventured to the Cavern of the Gorgons and, using the magical properties and matter of the Gorgon's heart, created a villain in its image, much like Diana herself had been created. He sent the fiend called DECAY to Wonder Woman, and the two fought one another. While DECAY proved a formidable foe, almost defeating Wonder Woman, in the end it was Diana's lasso of truth that ended the being. Due to the lasso's ties to Gaia and life, it overwhelmed DECAY, who was born of death, with its life-infused energy until DECAY exploded, reduced once more to the dust form from whence she came. Number 8. Professor MENACE. While Professor MENACE has also appeared in the DC animated universe, people might not be as familiar with him when it comes to the comics. He only appeared in a handful of issues there. He makes an appearance in the good old original run of Wonder Woman in issue 111, where he attempts to replace Wonder Woman with a robotic duplicate. Known to Diana as simply the Robot Master, he challenges her to a competition to prove that his robotic duplicate is in fact better than even she herself. Wonder Woman accepts the challenge, but the competition is rigged in the robot's favor. Defeated, she agrees, as previously decided, should she lose, to go into retirement. It is then revealed that Robot Master is actually the insidious Dr. Menace, a supervillain. Not content with simply convincing Wonder Woman to retire, he sends the robot after her. I think this is really where he messed up and made a bad choice. Wonder Woman uses an eel to short-circuit her robotic counterpart, defeating Dr. Menace. That's very resourceful, Wonder Woman, using an eel. Number 7. OSIRA. During the time of ancient Egypt, OSIRA arrived on planet Earth. She was an alien from another galaxy with insane telepathic powers. During her time in Egypt, she used her powers to rule over the people there, becoming their queen, with her consort becoming their king. Eventually, the people of Egypt rebelled against her, sealing her up in a pyramid. Years later, during World War II, she was accidentally freed from her tomb. She attempted to use her telepathic power to bring peace and end World War II through influencing the minds of those fighting. Actually a pretty noble cause, but Wonder Woman and the Justice Society of America weren't going to let OSIRA control people, even if it was for the purpose of peace. Wonder Woman defeated OSIRA by using Starman's gravity rod to break her telepathic hold, and basically defeated her by convincing OSIRA of the importance of free will above even peace. Since her first appearance in that two-story arc in Wonder Woman Volume 1 issue 231 and 232, OSIRA has made a few more appearances, mostly reappearing as an antagonist in Wonder Woman giant-size issues. Number 6. Armageddon. Armageddon is actually a legacy villain, but despite the fact that there have been multiple Armageddons, it's still likely not a name that most people would be super familiar with. Originally, Armageddon fought alongside Germany during World War II on the side of the Axis. He was first introduced in the 1970s in issue 234 of the original Wonder Woman comic. Despite not having any specific superpowers, he was still considered to be a relatively strong foe, skilled in using many different types of weapons. His son and his granddaughter thereafter would also end up taking the villainous mantle of Armageddon, explaining his strength and theirs as coming from being descended from the mythical beings known as ogres. With Armageddon the third first appearing in Wonder Woman Legacy numbered issue 753 earlier this year. Number 5. Angle Man. You may have forgotten about Angle Man and his angler, but don't worry, we won't let you forget. Angle Man has never been considered an A-list villain, likely because he is such a ridiculous name, although it does begin with an A, oddly enough. And he often fights with what looks like some kind of protractor. But his angler, as it's known, is actually a very powerful piece of equipment which can be used to manipulate space and time, although I'm sure it could also be used as a ruler or to help measure angles in a pinch. Multi-purpose. Since his introduction as Angelo Bend, a brilliant and often technologically capable criminal who sometimes dressed up as a stage magician, he has been rebooted and is now known for also being Vandal Savage's son. Number 4. Darano. Donna Troy's origins are always an interesting and kind of ever-changing story, as each DC reboot seems to revamp the origins of where the original Wonder Girl came from. During the Wonder Woman series that started in 2011, the story once again got a refresh of sorts when Darano was introduced. Darano was the lover of Hippolyta, who was turned into an old crone, drained of all her youth and beauty, and ended up deciding instead to live out her days mostly in seclusion. When she learned that Hippolyta had a child with Zeus, the baby that would one day grow up to become Wonder Woman, she set out to make a better heir for the people of Themyscira. Thus, Donna Troy was created. Darano helped Donna to vie for the throne, and the two almost succeeded in usurping Wonder Woman's position as inheritor. Fortunately, Wonder Woman defeated Donna and managed to sway her into becoming her ally, using the power of truth. Darano attempted to kill Wonder Woman for this, but was stopped by the other Amazons. Number 3. The Children of Ares. Ares has a lot of children, and most of them have beef with Diana, but this group of them were specifically known as the Children of Ares, and aren't any of the main bigger ones that you might have heard of before. They are a team of children and villains created by Gail Simone and Bernard Chang, who first appeared in the 2006 run of Wonder Woman in issue 39. They were only around for a few issues but were sired by Ares, who magically impregnated Amazonian women. These children use their mind, control abilities, and manipulation skills to discredit Diana, tarnishing her reputation as a hero and as Wonder Woman. Number 2. DEIMOS. DEIMOS is known for being another one of the Children of Ares, separate from the previous group of 5 we just discussed. He first appeared in the original run of Wonder Woman in issue 183. He is the twin brother of Phobos, who created DECAY. Together, these brothers attempted to battle Diana after Phobos' plan of using DECAY failed. Deimos planned to poison Wonder Woman in battle with his snake-like hair, which infected those it touched with a fear-inducing toxin. In the end, however, Wonder Woman beat him by decapitating him with her often underused tiara. That thing is sharp. Number 1. Villainy Incorporated. Villainy Incorporated was a group of women who were former villains of Wonder Woman's trapped together on Transformation Island, also known as Reform Island, as we talked about before. They ended up teaming up in order to escape their dismal fate in issue number 28 of the 1942 Wonder Woman series. Together they managed to capture and overpower Wonder Woman, but as they tried to escape, Wonder Woman managed to break her bonds and recapture the rebellious prisoners. While you may recognize some of the villains on the Villainy Inc. team, not all are easily recognizable. You might know Cheetah or Dr. Poison or even Giganta, but how about Blue Snowman, Hypnotic Woman, Queen Clea, Zara, or one of my favorites, Evil S? Pretty sure Evil S was also the leader of that team. Thank you so much for watching, Nerd Squad. Who are some of your favorite Wonder Woman villains? Which villains do you think are her most well known, and which do you think are some of the most obscure? Let us know in the comments below. And speaking of comments, it's time to turn to some comments from one of our latest videos, Top 10 Scary DC Dark Multiverse Stories. Sunstar comments, so many storylines don't see Batman handling the acquisition of powers well. Seems to turn him evil. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Batman is just a dude. He's just doing his best. He's not perfect, he can be corrupted, like any of us. It's kind of one of the things I really love about him though, how hard he is to fight to stay good and not give into the darkness in the main continuity, and how when he does turn evil, he always feels so righteous and so justified. NT writes, Amanda looking like the Scarlet Witch in her outfit, cast them magics. Thank you so much. Chaos magic, roll raise the dead. Oh rolled in at one. Guess it's Zombos versus Scarlet Witch time. Yikes. It's an Empire reference. And that's all the time we have for comments today. Be sure to comment below for a chance to have your thoughts and feel shouted out in a future video. This has been Top 10 Nerd, and I'm your host Amanda McKnight. You stay nerdy, YouTube.